Is your computer on the floor where feet can come by and kick it? Dogs and kids can accidentally slam into the computer for no apparent reason. Or dust and dirt can somehow get thrown into the case itself by unknown means. It sounds like you need this video to teach you how to make some kick-ass gaming shelving then. I'll let previous Davey take over from here. Hello and welcome back to the Davey Nation. So it looks like you're in the market for something that's got some classy pipe iron, some handcrafted wood, and some custom LED work. Now, all of that stuff I did myself, super easy, on a minimum budget, and I also finished it off with some fancy turf to give it a little kick of green. Let me walk you through how I did all of this and why I did this for my computer versus just keeping it on the floor and kicking it. So the idea here was I wanted a piece of furniture that could house all of my things that I keep near my computer, use for work, or also use for gaming. Since I use my computer for many different things, from work to YouTube and to gaming, I wanted to have space on the shelving for camera gear. I wanted to have space for systems and other things of that nature. I also wanted to be able to have like spots for my headphone holders and just different things that I wanted to all house in one unit. But I also wanted this to show off my computer because like with my first build, I was always on the ground and I never really got to see it. And I really enjoy seeing the computer and seeing all the parts and components that it has in it because I spent time and money on it. I want to see what I bought and put together and put time and effort into. So I thought putting it in front and on the main shelf at the same height as my desk would be a good way to look at it every day and also give kind of a light to, hey, this is what I use and this is what I'm proud of. So for building, what I did was I had 3 of the bottom shelving pieces already from another build, which was a TV stand. So the bottom portion of it was 2 1-inch pieces of lumber put together and made into shelving units. So the idea is to have 3 shelving units on the bottom, and I used actually a deck step. I actually didn't mill any of the top piece at all. I used a deck step from Lowe's. It was just, I cut it down to size and then ran the LEDs in the bottom of it to get like a recessed look, because I don't have a mill or anything. I'm in an apartment. And then the top portion, I have plywood. I have a furniture grade plywood on the top and back of it, ringed around and notched with a 2x4. So the idea is there's really a rigid frame around it. So it's 2x4s on the back with all of the shelving screwed into the front of it. And the main portion of it that keeps the rigidity is all of the pipe iron. So the bottom piece is three basically planks of wood tied together with the pipe iron. And then the second portion of it, which is the back and the top where the computer sits, and then the top shelf, it's 2 long pieces of pipe iron, then 2 short pieces of pipe iron to make one more shelf, and then the top of it with the back and the turf. All I had to do was just paste the turf in there at the end of it. It just slid in under behind because I left it like a 1-inch gap because of the 2x4s. I just nailed the plywood to the back. And I mean, that's really it. All of it was just lots of screws. I didn't really use any other tools other than, some saws, and if you have a router, that would help. But all the lights are set up to my Google Home, so I can just say turn on the lights and it turns everything on. But I think it's a good pedestal for what I can use as my gaming work on my battle station area. So this is not a portion of building the shelving, but part of my desk. So the idea is I have a 34-inch ultra-wide curved monitor, which I do my main editing and gaming and everything on that. And then I have a little 24-inch mounted in portrait mode on the side so that I can put all the files and everything on that side, throw Reddit or Discord up on that side. And it just keeps everything kind of in the right aspect ratios that I like it. I built a little stand to put the monitor and speakers on. The 2 speakers I have crowded the desk a bit, so I moved one to the side and used my old mounting brackets for my old computer and just mounted the speaker into them, so it now holds one computer monitor and the left speaker. And then for the right speaker, I just kept that one on the desk because it freed up enough room for that. But the idea of this little lift is it gives me enough space to either push my keyboard under and like it gives it so I'm not bumping into anything, and it just adds a little space where I can push stuff under there if I need to. And I like to have plants around my computer setup. It kind of breaks up the monotony of all the technology. Not that I don't like it. But yeah, the storage is great, and it keeps your computer up and out of the way of dogs and feet and people throwing dirt in your computer. It's just a better way to keep your hardware nicer for longer. Hope this helps some dusty PCs out there, and stay tuned to the Davey Nation by hitting the like and subscribe buttons so when you're at your next Ferris wheel gathering, whatever that is, you can tell everyone around you about it. And that's all I got for you today. Davey out. I have a ton of extra footage, so here's a montage for you guys.